Morning, y'all. We're coming to you live because we had a little issue with getting things uploaded this morning, but we're here. And since we couldn't do our message that we had uploaded, we're just going to do something a little different and save that one hopefully for another day. It still goes along with our woodworking theme that we're stuck on for a while. So this one here has a little something to do with something completely different. But we thank you for joining us. We hope that even though it's late in the morning, that you've got your cup of coffee. I've got mine, so let's get into it. I'm going to make an admission of something about me that most people already know, but it's not exactly something I'm proud of, but it's just the way that it is. And I've had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations because of it. Most of them were brought on because of my own self. But here it is, straight out into the open. I am a Tennessee Volunteer football fan. And that's tough to admit sometimes. We've, as Tennessee football fans, we've had a rough few years. And right now we're going through yet another coaching search for a head coach. And if you are a football fan and are on Twitter, it's an exciting time to be on Twitter during a football coach, especially at Tennessee, because people come up with all kinds of theories and rumors, and it's just all kinds of stuff goes on there. But right now, our new athletic director is looking at different coaching candidates, and part of the coaching hiring process is to vet the potential coaches. Now, vetting is something that happens not just coaches, but you do that with a babysitter or a political candidate or, anything, a housekeeper that you're going to come in and have clean your house. You'd want to vet them and check them out and make sure there's nothing bad on their record. Vetting, actually, and I did a little research on this, and I didn't know this. It was pretty cool. The term vetting showed up in a dictionary way back in 1891. And it was actually when you was getting ready to do horse races. Shooter's barking, he's not happy, so look over that. But when horse races were getting ready to begin, the veterinarian would go around and check out the horses and make sure that there was no hidden injuries or things like that. So they shortened the term to vetting for the horses because the veterinarian was doing it. And it stuck. Anytime you do a thorough check on something, it's called vetting. And the reason I bring this up today is sometimes vetting is scary. I mean, I wouldn't want everybody digging through all my stuff, my past and history, and I'm pretty much an open book, but there's, things you don't want the whole world to know. And if you were going to be a political candidate or a head coach at a Division I college or something like that, they're going to find out anything they can that would protect them down the road. If you're vetting a babysitter, you're going to try to find things out because you don't want someone that's got a shady past being around your kids. A housekeeper, you don't want a former thief cleaning your house every day because, it's possible that they could steal your skillets off the wall or something. But you do that vetting process to find things out, and if you're getting ready to be vetted, it can be pretty nerve-wracking. It can be pretty scary because you don't know what all they're going to find. They're going to look at all your records, look at all your financials, look at everything. So when we think about being vetted on a religious side or on a spiritual side, we may think about being vetted by God, about God checking out everything about us. Yes, it's obvious that He knows, but maybe there's things still, even though we know God knows everything, that we try to hide. And maybe there's things still that we wouldn't want God to know. If there was any way we could keep it secret, we would try to hide it from Him. But we should really invite that. We should invite being vetted by God, because that will then show us the things that we need to correct about ourselves, that we need to work on. And if you look in Psalms 139, verse 23, David is talking to God, and he is, in a sense, asking to be vetted. He says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my anxious thoughts, and see if there be any hurtful way in me because of this, and lead me in the everlasting way. He approaches God and asks for God to do a full body scan, a full personality scan, a full everything scan, and show him the imperfections so that he can work on them. See, the thing about being vetted when it comes to a coaching search, excuse me just 1 second, or a potential job position that you're looking for, if they find something bad there, it can keep you from getting that position. If you're being vetted for a political run, it can keep you from being qualified to run for that position. But when you're being vetted by God, the things that he finds are not going to disqualify you. Because the things that he finds, he's just going to bring to your attention that you can work on and become better through him, become closer to him through the things that he points out to us. When we look and we say, and this is a dangerous prayer, guys, if you want to pray this prayer that David prayed, search me, O God, and know my heart, be ready, because he will. And you'll find things out about yourself maybe you didn't know, or maybe you did know and didn't want to face. The little temper issues, or the anger issues, or maybe the thoughts that you know you shouldn't have that cross in sometimes that you just try to put under. When you ask God to reveal these things to you, he will. And then we have to face them face to face, and it's time to either accept them or work on them and try to get rid of them through the Spirit. So when we're saying, God, vet me, it's not a scary thing. It can be. But if we're willing to work and listen to God, if we're willing to change and accept the changes that God would like to see in us, it's not a scary thing. When we say, search me, O God, and know my heart, try me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there be any hurtful way in me, and then lead me in the everlasting way. It's a good thing to be vetted by God. God reveals things to us that maybe we didn't know or notice, or maybe we didn't want to know or notice. Maybe we didn't want to accept about ourselves. But he'll show us those things, and then when we pray that prayer, lead me in the everlasting way, he will help us to overcome them and get them out of our life. As Pastor Scott said a little while back, get the junk out. That's the junk. If we have a room in our house with all this stuff stored in it and we never look in there, we don't know what we need, we don't know what's junk. And that's what vetting, asking God to vet us is. It's what asking God to search our heart is. Show us the things that we might not know we have to get rid of, that we need to get rid of. And then we'll work on getting rid of them through God. We hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's a little different. We didn't have intros and all that. That's all worked up and saved for another day. And we apologize for the late being of it, but we were trying to get this uploaded. And sometimes either Facebook or the internet just don't want to cooperate. And it probably would have been uploaded later today, but we wanted to go ahead and get this done and speak to you guys this morning. So we have our other message for next week already recorded and ready to go. And we hope you've enjoyed this. We hope it's been a blessing. And we hope that maybe, even if you hadn't thought about it before, or maybe you had thought about it and was a little tentative, ask God to search your heart. It will only be beneficial to you. The initial sting of reading the report that he gives you will probably be there, but it can only be beneficial after that. So we hope you guys have enjoyed it. We pray you'll have a wonderful and blessed day, and stay inside. It's wet and nasty, but we'll see you guys next time on the Monday Coffee Conversation.